Alright, Judd84 Gaming here. I noticed that in my previous two tutorial videos I did not go over kind of like the accurate shooting. So I know that shooting is not a very difficult thing in this game. Spraying and paying is really not that difficult because everybody does it. But if you want to get a little bit more accuracy out of your weapon, you want to learn how to fire a little bit better, especially while moving or kneeled position or anything like that. You know what I mean? I'm kind of gonna go over that. So I chose this Galil AR, and this Galil AR, Galil AR, it has a high recoil. So if I shoot this, you can put your attachments on and all that, and but if I put this on, you see this weapon always wants to bring up. It always wants to bring up on you, always. So even with this, even with the hand grip on it, and with the scope and all that, you know what I mean? It doesn't even matter. It's going to want to bring up on you. It's just got a hard recoil. It's just the way this weapon works. So the one thing that I can teach you with this is, if I'm standing, I'm at a standing position right now, okay? And I mean, if I'm spraying all over the place, let's try to shoot these targets back here. But if I'm spraying, it's very, very difficult to hit that target. And the only reason I hit that target right there is because I slowed down my rate of fire, didn't I? So really, when you're shooting at far targets, especially, you want to use shorter bursts. Just short bursts. So what I would recommend, if you wanted to practice at landing more rounds on target instead of just throwing them all down range and running out of ammo, and then relying on the infantrymen to resupply your ammunition, you know what I mean, go into the firing range and shoot at these farthest targets out here. You know what I mean? Now, get from a kneeling position because you're going to get more stability off of that. You're going to be more accurate. You know what I mean? Your weapon sway is not going to be nearly as much as if you were standing. You see how much that look at that. That weapon sway is all over the place. But if you kneel, I mean, everybody knows this, right? You know what I mean? Your weapon sway is not as much. It seems like it's a lot. Regardless, come out here, and when you go into the range, try to fire. I'm sure that a lot of people can do this, but you know what I mean? Just try to fire single shots. And with a fully automatic weapon, you're going to shoot probably 2 before it stops. You know what I mean? And then you can work up yourself to do it faster. Oh, this weapon does not carry a whole lot of ammo. So the other thing that you can do is you can also work on moving and doing this. Oh, look at that. Pick up your brass. No, I'm kidding. But you can also move through this lane and do this. I mean, as if you were in a life-threatening situation, you want to try to keep moving, and you want to try to keep firing in smaller bursts. You know what I mean? But see, I'm still hitting targets. In these missions, when people are just like running through here and everything, how effective is that going to be for me? I can't even move. I didn't hit a single target. You know what I mean? You gotta stop the spraying, you know what I mean? You guys that are, just kind of, and I understand you're having fun, you know what I mean? But this is gonna get you a little bit more success in the game, you know what I mean? Get you a little more points, a little more kills, things like that. Land more rounds on target downrange, and it's gonna help your game quite a bit. Let the spraying and paying go, to your other teammates that are just completely botching and ruining that mission that you're in, Just use just simple tactics. You know what I mean? Just simple short bursts, and I guarantee you, you're gonna see an improvement in your game. A lot better playing. You know what I mean? And you know, in easy and practice missions, you know what I mean? These are good missions to really work on that with. You know, just because they are easier missions, you can fly through them with your team pretty quickly. So these are missions that really you can get that kind of practice out in. As I mentioned in the other videos, be careful. Even in these missions, get into the habit of not flagging your buddies and shooting at them, because in these missions down here, you're going to end up killing those buddies. So try to, you know, when you're practicing in here, make it a habit of trying not to flag those buddies. And, you know, if you watch my previous 2 videos, that'll give you a little bit of insight of what I'm talking about, and give you a little bit of insight on the mount training and the room clearing and breaching and all that stuff. You know, and this, I'm telling you, this is going to help you. You know, so get in the habit of, just like I was doing earlier in the earlier videos, you know what I mean? Try to get in the habit of going over your buddies or underneath them. You know what I mean? If you got to come in here and do this with the dummy, you know what I mean? Go around him in circles. You know, and get behind him. Hey man, I'm gonna shoot over your shoulder. You know what I mean? Get in that habit, because you know when it really gets down to where the metal meets the meat here on the hard missions, and also in the special operations. Even the easiest special operations missions are actually very difficult, and they're even more difficult if you don't have that kind of organization. If you don't have a team that even borderline halfway knows what they're doing, you're not going to be able to do these. I guarantee it. Alrighty, so, and these hard ones right here, you have to have that organization. You know what I mean? Don't flag your buddies, because you're going to end up killing them. You know, you got to kind of be at the top of your game to play some of these, you know what I mean? Especially the hard ones. And, you know what I mean? Even in the PvP, you know, I haven't played PvP in probably about a month or so. Probably should get back into it. But, you know what I mean? Even in the PvP, you know, you can use some of these tactics, some of these shorter shooting bursts and everything like that, and I guarantee you, you're gonna do more damage and land more rounds. Alrighty, so I hope this all helped you guys in being more successful. If you guys liked the video, comment and subscribe. Leave any suggestions or anything, or any requests that you might have down in the comments, and I greatly appreciate it. Thank you very much for watching. You all have a great day or night.